All right, yo, what's up,
guys.
everybody? Welcome. Nice one, Kian.
Sorry, yes, I fucked it up.
Fuck,
Take
first
two.
podcast, dude. All right, yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the currently no-name podcast, where we do not have a name for this podcast whatsoever, nor do we know the direction of this podcast. But we thought, you know what? Current situation in the world with the coronavirus and all of us currently being locked down in our house, we thought we would kind of come together as friends and just share some stupid stories and talk nothing but waffle. For anybody that's interested to know, my name is VDSmoto. Today I have with me my very good friends.
Hey, I'm Zach.
Hi, I'm Franco.
I'm Kian. Hi.
Kian is also known as Esteban or Kian the editor, or
Hi, Kian J,
Base-
or Dad, or
Daddy. Yeah,
Yeah.
You got that
Dad
too.
Z.
Franco. Dad Z. Franco is known as Scumberto, Fabrizio, S&M Recall, as a lot of the gaming people that play a lot of games with us would know.
the pro.
And then we have
gamers.
Zach, the pro esports gamers, exactly. He's a pro Fortnite gamer. And then we got Zach, who Zach doesn't really play very many games. He plays Warzone very badly, but he does play Warzone with us. But Zach's more of a best friend, and he's kind of more focused on work. He doesn't really game
Behind the
as much as he
scenes
wants
kinda
to
guy.
anymore.
I can
Yeah, he
always
is.
count on Pascal for showing me love, but bringing me down at the same time, no matter what.
Pro
Dude.
backhanded compliment now.
No, listen. Let's be real though, right? Zach used to be nasty on the stakes, all right, back in Black Ops 2. But I think all that time away and work it's just done something to his fingers, man. Like,
I mean,
I-
I'm not like I'm as good as I used to be, but I'm not bad. We play.
yeah, but
I can
your
drop
skill-
13 kills.
I mean, your skill caliber in back in the day was phenomenal, right? Let's be real. Like, we were fucking, we were a force to be reckoned with. We're no pros, but you know, we weren't bad. We weren't bad, and we'd play hours and hours on end. And then, yeah, I don't know what happened, bro. You just, for how long? How long would you say? How long would you actually say you've been off the stakes for?
Well, I haven't been off the sticks. It's just playing different games. I stopped playing like shooters in general. Like I got really into Smite. The Smite's probably been like the main game that I've played, like put days and days and days into. But I just got off the shooters.
So like say maybe like 3 years of no
Probably
shooting
longer.
games.
Black Ops 2 was like the last game that I took seriously.
Fuck.
So,
dang.
I mean, whenever that came out.
And now you've come back
2013.
to Call of Duty or shooter games, and you have to. I mean, you're not buns, all right, but you're not, you know, the S&M Zaki Waki I know from back in the day.
Yeah, I know.
But then again, what's Franco's
Hey,
excuse? Because he's
Hey.
always been buns. Yo, you remember Franco's old YouTube videos of his
Titanfall 2?
Battlefield?
and
No,
Battlefield
oh,
4.
bro.
Not Titanfall 2, sorry, first Titanfall and Battlefield 4, yeah.
Oh, and the Battlefield, man, with your lisp and your squeaky voice when you used to be a
Yeah, back in the good old days.
little gerbil. Okay, so to bring this back to direction, we thought we would start this off by kind of giving you guys an origin type thing, I guess, of origins of how we all met, and how we've become such good friends, and just some funny, stupid stories along the way. Yeah, so we're just pretty much just gonna waffle on.
You
what's
want to
that?
like start off by just saying like we're all very different and far apart. As in like I'm American. Like, where's everybody from?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So I myself originally from the Netherlands, but I currently live in Scotland. I have done for most of my life. We've got Zach here who lives in America. He's a Philly man. Franco, your family's Italian, right? Like your dad's
Well,
side.
My dad's side's Italian, my mum's side's Scottish. So it's already a weird mix. But then I was born in the West Midlands of the UK.
Right, so you're a
it's
UK
just
boy.
A whole mess.
And Kian, you're pretty much a fucking
I am-
PG Tips teabag.
Yeah, I'm a British as I get. I'm just North England, my whole life pretty much, apart from university. But we'll get onto that. And
Yeah.
I live near Scotland.
Well, I mean, you're literally like a spitting distance, pretty much. Like you're almost as close as living to Scotland as anybody could. There's like a few towns before you, but like you're English.
I could
You can't
yell,
walk to the
and
border.
someone from Scotland could get offended.
Facts. No, you could pee out your window and you'd be pissed at the Scottish border.
Yeah.
Like you're pretty much that close. So we're pretty much a multicultural mixed group of friends that originally met. Well, so originally me, Zach. I met Zach. Oh God, I met Zach. This is gonna be a weird story. I met Zach originally. Zach, do you want to tell the story?
Yeah, okay. All right, so I was at school. I had gotten a concussion playing basketball, and I got like medically excused for a good part of a year. So I didn't have to go to school, just sitting home. But my concussion like doctor told me that I got to a point where I could do mindless activity, like watching TV and like playing video games. And I don't know, I was like 15, I think, something like that, 15 or 16. And
Yeah.
I was on Yahoo Answers, which was a big thing at the time, and I just
Oh
put
my
up
God,
on
you
Yahoo
just-
Answers, and I was just like, "Yo, anybody want to play Minecraft?" And then some strange man commented, like, I think his username was like P Man the Green or something.
Yo, fuck you. That was an old alias. Yo, get the fuck out of here.
He said,
P-Man the Green.
I'll be down, or I'll down to play or something like that. So I had no idea where this guy was from. Just invited him, and then all of a sudden, this guy joins with this like heavy ass accent, and we start playing Minecraft, and we just both talking shit to each other, and it's just lasted up until I don't know. I was 15 and you were 16, and I'm 23 now.
Yeah, I'm 24, so
So
it's,
I mean,
good few years. I mean,
But-
it's not the cliche way of meeting somebody online. I
yeah.
must admit. Yahoo Answers is probably like the most biggest fucking place to meet the worst. Like, for all
it's
you
so
know,
shady.
we both could have been. Yeah, it's so
It's so
shady, bro.
shady.
Like, it's some like fucking backdoor alleyway.
because not to
type
even
shit,
speak
man.
on that, to the effect, like before my parents understood like how real it was, that I knew that you were a person, like like Snapchat and Facebook and all that shit. We can see each other and be like, okay, this is a real person, this is a fake person. But like to older people, they don't necessarily see it as that. It's like, there's a strange old man in the house talking to you. So
Oh my
I actually had that conversation with my parents a lot growing up, like them being like weird about it, until I finally like, I was on like FaceTimes with Moto like every day. It came to a point where I came home from school and we just immediately would link up and play games. And that's actually how we ended up meeting Franco. I think Pascal was the one that actually found him, so I'll let them talk about that. But
Yeah, so I originally met Franco on GTA, was it? GTA 4, I think.
Yeah, do you want me to tell the story?
Yeah. Take it away.
So, this was, again, another weird, just right time, right place. Playing GTA 4 online, sorry. Typical sort of like grabbing your cars, driving around the airport, shooting each other, just blowing each other up. And there was this one guy on the server who would just constantly, the second you got in a vehicle, would just blow you up. No matter what, no matter where you were, he would find you and just blow you up. And it got to the point where we were driving around like the sort of like the motorways and everything, and he blew up Moto's car, and I pulled over to the side and like picked up Moto, and we hunted this guy down and started like murdering him back and blowing up his cars and destroying everything he did. And then I think you dropped me a message or just dropped me a party invite and was like invited me in and just saying like we need to get this guy back. And we were just there just like for a good couple of hours just winding this guy up and destroying everything that he had, and then just carried on from there, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I remember as well, like, me and Zach at the time had this, like, Xbox clan, this Call of Duty clan called S&M, and, like, it was still relatively newish, and we were like, you know how, like, back in the day when you were younger, you would just, like, recruit anybody into your clan and try and be big, like one of those FaZe clans and Optic people, like, you just wanted to be, like, the next best thing. So we were like, yo, S&M, say no more gaming, bro. And like me and Zach would send like so many random messages to like random people we'll meet in Black Ops 2 lobbies, and we'll just be like, yeah, like up and coming clan. Like we just feed so much shit, like, yeah, we're making it big time and come try out for a clan and stuff like that.
To be fair, at one point the clan we started got well over like a good 15 to 20 people.
Oh,
and
yeah,
we
like
had
it got, yeah.
for 16-year-old kids, it was kind of like important to us. It became like a real like camaraderie. I just fucked that word up.
Camaraderie.
Yeah. I just butchered that. But it became like a spot for people who just like felt welcome with each other, and it was like it was just cooler. It was better than hanging out with not necessarily real friends, but it was just we were tighter knit than I would say. Like me and Pascal are a lot closer than even people I know in real life. Same with Franco.
No, exactly. So what, like something that seemed innocent, like and just like as a clan thing, turned out to be something a lot bigger and better than what we had imagined than just just going from gaming. But I remember I was like, I was playing GTA with Franco, and I was like, I remember I messaged Zach because I used to obviously because he's from America, he's 5 hours behind, and I used to always wait until he was up before I could like play any games with him. And I remember like me and Franco had been talking for a while at this point, and I told Franco about S&M, and I was like, "Do you play Call of Duty?" And he was like, "Yeah, I do." And I was like, "Yo, we got this like clan, and we're recruiting at the moment. You should like totally come in." And I remember specifically, I told Zach about Franco, and Zach was not about it at the start. Zach was like, "Who the fuck is this man? No way." And then like after like playing for a while, we realized the synergy was good, and like Franco wasn't a bad player at all. And it wasn't like we were doing like
Also, I don't think I don't know about people who weren't around during Xbox 360 days, but like a clan was a very important thing. Like it sounds so stupid,
it was like
and
a religion.
so dumb to say. Like saying it now, I probably sound like such a tool, but like you don't understand the importance of like your clan. That was like you know how we pledge allegiance to America? It was like in Xbox 360, you pledge allegiance to your clan.
Oh no!
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was
Pretty
real
much.
serious.
Pretty
Like,
much.
so much shit went down on Rust. So much shit went down on Shipment. Like it was just a real thing. And a lot of people don't get that concept, so it kind of looks goofy. But
I mean, it does definitely sound a bit sus. I'm gonna admit, but like again, like I think anybody who's heavily into gaming, and especially like back in the 360 days, would understand like having a clan, and even if it's just like a group of your friends, like it was just a thing you did on Xbox. Like you and your friends would just go pub stomping, or your clan would go pub stomping on Call of Duty or whatever game you played at the time, and it was just a thing. Like if you were in a group in a party on Black Ops 2, and you would go into one of the public lobbies, like you best believe that the people you're up against is also a full team, and you're just talking shit back and forth to each other, like your clan and their clan.
A lot of shit talking.
That's all it was. But that's just how it was back in the day.
Or it'd be the case of like one person's playing COD, and then like another clan starts flaming them, and then it would be like, right, let me get my boys. We're gonna fuck you up, and then you shut up.
Yeah, like you be like
they try to word jump you in a lobby.
Yep.
Like, this kid's trash. Like, you know what? I'm gonna send an invite to all my guys, and we coming through, and we gonna hit you in the head with a fucking bottle.
Yeah, no, facts. That's like you're talking mad shit because like maybe you had one bad game, or the team you're playing with is complete buns, and they're just talking shit, and you're just like, yo, hold up, give me a second, send me an invite, pussy, send me a fucking invite. And next minute you got all the people in the same clan tag, S&M, and then you just got absolutely ham sandwich. Granted, there was also a lot of times we got our asses absolutely kicked because we like to have big mouths and talk up our clan at that point of time, and we weren't anything
And
special.
Everyone.
Like I don't care if you're max prestige, all the camos, you best believe I was about to tell you I'm dropping 20 on you, no worries. And then get absolutely bodied by some fucking French clan called fucking Wee. Like it was fucking nutty. Right, so that's pretty much how Franco I came to be Franco, was pretty much through GTA, and then I asked him to be in the clan. Zach was like, I don't know about this guy, because Franco had a gnarly list back in the day. Like it was pretty gnarly, right? And
don't make it seem like that was the reason that
no,
you're like,
no.
What? Zach didn't want this kid in there because he had a lisp, and then I'm gonna have a bunch of people like, what's the matter? You don't like me because I have a lisp? And then I'm gonna look like that fucking asshole. No, I don't care if you have a lisp. I don't care. It's not like I'm not a lisp hater.
Zach says this, but Franco had a mad lisp, right? And he was also young at the time. We were pretty squeaky. and it was just a mixture of things. And then Zach, I remember it so clearly. Zach joined because I was like, "Yo, like I met a guy online. He seems pretty chill. Like, jump on." And he was like, "Yeah, like I just got up. I'll be on in a second." And he gets on, and Franco's like, "Hiya."
How did you put a lisp on higher?
I don't know. I don't know how this
That's how bad it was back in the day, though.
dude.
Could
It
you-
was bad. Like his
Do you
list
think if
was
you forced it,
actually,
you could
like,
make your lisp sound as bad as it did?
I don't know. Do you reckon?
Like if you
If I, like,
overpronounce.
Voice coached myself to go back to the way that was, yeah. But
Just-
I mean, I don't really want to do that.
Voice, like a quick clarity, like I have
Um,
nothing against people with lisp. It's just Franco's like such a good friend. Obviously, we make good fun of it. Like he knows, like we don't go after him for his lisp. Like so, just before somebody with a lisp is listening to this and be like, "Yo, what the fuck?
Not-
What's
You
wrong
have
with
to
my
change
because we
the
were close
subject.
enough and stuff.
Not to change the subject, but just to get Kian involved because we were so close at that age. What were you doing at that same
Yeah,
age?
Kian. Yeah.
Like,
What
were,
age?
were you
What-
playing games? Were you
What
not
was
playing
the average
games?
age here? What age are we
We're
talking?
talking like
Probably like 16, 17.
Well,
from-
at the
14.
time, it would have been me and Kian would have been the same age. We both would have been, 7 years ago. So, yeah, 13, 14 for our age.
Fuck. I'll tell you exactly what I was doing. So
Oh, here we go.
I was a very avid single player fan. I
Meat
didn't.
Peter.
No. I didn't. So I didn't have like.
I explored my body at a young age.
Fuck. I didn't have like a computer or like Xbox Live. I just had games I played on my own, mainly like PS2, Xbox 360 stuff like that. And I think at that age I was probably going through getting 1,000 gamer score on all the Lego games.
Ooh.
Okay, yo, that's
Ooh.
respectable. They were fire.
Yeah, I
Lego
can
games were
respect.
fire.
I
Hell
can.
yeah.
Yeah, I can.
I
I
was
can
on that
respect
Lego
grind
game
for
grind.
sure.
Hell yeah.
Bro, remember gamer score, man? Dude, I remember if
Yeah.
you didn't have
When
a certain
people
amount
cared
of
about
gamer
us so
score.
much.
Yeah. They would call you out for having, oh my god, yeah, 1,000 gamer score. You're a fucking loser.
Do you
You're just
remember
like,
when
what?
you had to when you wanted to change your name on Xbox Live, you had to buy Microsoft points?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
No. I did it the sus way. You used to get all your friends to report your gamer tag, so you got one opportunity to
Oh,
change it.
you sneaky
Yeah,
fuck!
yeah.
Yeah. So like, cause I was like, I was broke as
Pascal
shit. I
was
couldn't
like,
afford-
poor life hacks.
dude, no, I was
It's gonna be a segment.
I was
Hey,
5 minute
Pascal
crash.
Come in. Listen, I grew up poor. I'm gonna teach you how to survive. My name's Pascal. I may be
Welcome
broke,
to-
but I'm gonna teach you a thing or two, baby.
Welcome to
Listen, bro,
surviving in the
like-
wild.
Those are things you had to do back in the day, man. The streets were tough, bro. The streets
Gotta
are tough.
respect the hustle, though,
I used
legit.
to have the name P-Man the Green at fucking 14.
Yeah,
You think
that's
at
like-
14 I was smoking anything green? No,
That's a
no,
good
I
question.
just wasn't.
What was everyone's?
Rolling up grass in newspaper.
What
I mean,
was
my fucking
everyone's,
name was S&M Blow Haze, and I didn't even smoke.
Yeah, what was
Like, how-
everyone's
Yeah,
old
but I
gamer
changed
I was
tag?
such a
Mine to info.
douche.
What'd y'all have? What was your old gamer tags?
Okay, so our OG ones or our
Give me
original?
like
ones?
I want not your first one because the first one's usually like a dead one you can't remember, but like
I remember my first one.
I want
I
want
remember my
your
first one.
I
Mine
want
was
your
bad.
like I want your
Mine was
main one, the
bad.
first one you took online and you were like going in Call of Duty lobbies.
Oh, S&M Impulse, bro.
Yeah,
S&M
S&M
Impulse.
Blow Haze. That's right when we started. But my very
Yeah.
first one was
Just always been
Z
S&M
Money, but it was ZMUNNY.
That's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
At Rush, but he's illiterate as fuck.
What was yours, Gino?
Well, before I joined
Before you
the
were in an
S&M
S&M,
clan, yeah, before that I was in a clan with my old football team, and it was like the DC in capital space X with a lowercase x, and then just some part like something to do with your name. So before S&M Recall, I was DCX Janny. So it was just Jan with a Y on the end.
Jan.
Janitor.
Because he fucking mopped the floor with the enemies. He bodies them.
It's like they like destroy people in Rush, like send in the janitor.
I'm gonna clean up the lobby.
We weren't a COD clan. We were a Halo clan. So it was just like Halo.
Oh,
I
Reach,
literally-
playing Forge.
I thought you were about to say you were a FIFA clan. I genuinely thought you were about to say you're a Pro Clubs clan.
We had Pro Clubs as well, but the main one was Halo Reach, playing Forge.
No way.
Kian, what was yours? Because you didn't play much online, you said, but you
So,
still had to make
yeah.
an account.
Yeah. So my first gamer tag on Xbox 360 was DJ Kian. And then no, it gets worse.
DJ Kian on the mic gonna spin some fucking
mix.
legs.
Yeah, that was the auto-generated one. That was the auto-generated one from Xbox, and I changed it. And do you want to know what I changed it to?
Oh, I think
Yo,
it's
hit me with it. This better be tough.
Jackson Boy 360. That was my gamer tag.
Wait! You had the name Jackson Boy 360, but you played no online games.
I was no, that's the gamer tag I got when I first got Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But were you doing 360s?
I can't divulge that.
I dibble dabbled in a few trick shots here and there.
I might have dabbled here and there in some 360s, but I can't confirm or deny whether I did some 360s and whether they're online, because they're probably not.
So like, what? Okay, so like, just to finish off the origin. So obviously, Kian was met a long time after this.
So
I met Kian.
What was the time frame? So you and Zach
So
met
we
when you were
met-
pretty young. What was the gap
Oh, yeah.
between you meeting and you two? Basically, you two consistently playing with
So-
Gino.
I'd say it was half a year before we met Gino.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a
Because
good.
me and
You
Zach
guys
were pretty good
sort of
friends
Early
by the
2012,
time.
weren't you?
Yeah.
No, earlier than that, mate.
2012?
No. Okay, so I was still with. This is gonna be a bit out of topic for people listening, but I was with a girl called Lucy at the time. Right?
Oh,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
bitch.
Oh.
Yeah. Yo, don't let me bring up your fucking ex.
Ooh,
Hashtag
hashtag freeze.
Stop it.
So it would have been 2011, around 2011, 2012. So it would have been like late
Yeah.
2011. I met Zach.
And then like midway through 2012 is when I got involved.
Yeah, because like me and Zach were relatively like we weren't like best of friends, but we were close. Like we considered like we would like stay up late with each other and tell each other we loved each other and smooch here and there. If my mom was sleeping, she could, like there was like no, we were homies, like we were tight, but we weren't like I don't know.
Compared to what it is now, it's like
Yeah. Like now, like I'm so close with Zach that if I'm talking to Zach, like I'll have a completely different lingo because I've just been around him so much that like his Philly slang just wears off on me. Because like I like honestly, I can't fathom the amount of hours me and Zach have been together is unfucking
Yeah, it's
real.
probably pretty absurd. I probably spent more time with him than I spent with like my own friends.
Man.
Just from the years of playing Xbox, and it used to be like hours. Like I'm talking about like full 2-3 days where we would be on the Xbox 360 to the point where it's overheating, and we
Well,
had
I'm
to
pretty
turn
sure
it off.
we
We
would
used
like
to-
during Thanksgiving we would like be on like Skype calls and shit.
Yeah, like Christmas and stuff. And
Yep.
like we would have such sweaty gaming sessions. Like we would play all night. We'd fall asleep in the party still.
Yep,
We'd
wake
wake
up.
up. We would hear one of us wake up, wake each other up, have breakfast, and play COD again for the
Yeah.
whole fucking day.
That
And
sounds
like,
it
so
got like
like-
that to the point. I think that's an important topic just for me to bring up because all right, so eventually it led to me going over to meeting Mo and Franco. But that's
Oh,
a
that
big
was-
part of like what
yeah.
led. It's just like you don't understand the amount of time as a kid. Like your brain is like really being molded, right?
Yeah.
When you're a child, and to have these imprints of like virtual people that you never really got to meet, but like have so much to do with your everyday life. That's a big reason that would like press me to travel over there to go see. It's like how could I not go, even if it was only one time? How could I not go see somebody who I consider my best friend and you know talk to every day? And when I went over, I got lucky enough that at the same time Franco was able to get off, and Franco came over too, and we had an amazing like 2 weeks together, and we did so much shit, and it was like memories
Bro, it was
that
so good. It was so good.
actually it led to. After that, I uploaded the video to TikTok of us meeting, and it got over 700,000 views on TikTok.
Yeah, that was nuts.
So that's a thing that happened. Like it's just like it's a pretty crazy story how we all met,
yeah.
but how we all met ties into kind of like how they met with Kian. So
yeah.
like
So
Yeah.
I think because I met Kian. Fucking
Should we start in the timeline? Should we start with the timeline? So you take you know, you guys met in 2012. Fast forward about 5 years.
Yeah.
5 years.
5 years. 2017, September, first year of university.
Wait, it's been that long?
Yep.
2017, I met you.
2017.
Well,
Yo,
no,
what the-
2017 is when I met Kian.
I would have met you like the start of 2018.
Okay,
It
it's
was,
about to say.
it was May 2018 when you came down to us. I think.
Yeah.
Franco remembers because he's like, "That's the day I lost my best friend to my other best friend." That's why he remembers it.
We got some
part
stuff to
about
go
it is
through.
it's so true, but not in the sense that me and Kian became friends and didn't speak to Franco. It was just
Different type of
We'll
friend.
get onto it. We'll get onto it. Okay, so
we'll get on.
2017 September, I start university, which me and Gino are just wrapping up now. I've just finished a degree in games design, and Gino's just finished in games journalism. And first year university, we get put in the same like housing accommodation together, and I don't know. I hadn't spoke to him. I didn't speak to you at all before we started.
Well, no,
like,
'cause
before we moved
before uni, I spoke to one of our other housemates, Sean, more
Who
so.
I've known since I was like 5 or 6.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I spoke to
This is
Sean.
a clusterfuck. Holy shit.
This is
Yeah,
it's
honestly.
wild.
Because
like
I
a-
spoke to Sean
Gary
because
Springer.
we got added into like we didn't get added, we made a group chat after we found out the names of the people we'd be living with. And
Wait, you
in the
couldn't
group
choose?
chat-
They just like picked
No, no,
one
no.
out?
it was
You
random.
can request to live with specific people if you knew specific people were coming that year, which is why I was able to
Right.
live with Sean
Okay.
because I was like, yeah, I know this guy. He's a good buddy of mine. I want to live with him. So I got Sean.
Well, that must be scary as fuck.
But yeah,
if
so-
you don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
anybody.
It was okay though, because obviously, like you saw, our accommodation in the first year was it was a house. It was straight up a house. There was 6 of us in a house.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So for me coming in without knowing anyone, the way I did it was they ask you a load of questions about yourself, your interests, and try and match you with people. So for me, it was like gaming,
Music and gaming, pretty
quite
much.
nerdy music, gaming,
Movies,
films,
TV shows, shit
and then
like that,
obviously
yeah.
the odd sort of stuff. And then they just match you with people that they think you'll have the most in common with.
Bro, what if you cheat the system? You're like, oh, I'm only interested in girls.
Well, that's one
double
of the
D's,
questions.
big
It's like,
asses.
That's
Yeah,
like
one of
going
the
on
questions
Omegle and
is,
saying your
do you
interest is
want to
girls.
live? Yeah.
You get put with older guys.
One of the first questions is single or mixed gender accommodation
Yeah, it's basically like, are you comfortable living with both genders?
with women, basically.
Yeah, or
for
men.
our
You know,
side.
families
Bro.
aside.
Yeah.
I mean, that. Okay, I'll get on that later. That's okay. I'm not gonna fucking.
But then, yeah, so I spoke to Sean more because from the group chat, I like determined that Sean, out of everyone that I was going to be living with for the first year, was the other person that was interested in going on nights out. So I started speaking to
That's
Sean
how you
more.
based your.
No,
you were like, right, I'm living with you because you like to get fucked up at
No,
night.
so we were already living we had already been assigned a house in, and then once
Right,
we
okay.
once we were in the group chat and the 6 of us that would be living together were in this chat, I started noticing that Sean was the one mainly asking about like Freshers Week and who's interested in going
Right.
out.
Okay.
So then I started messaging him separately, and I didn't speak to Kian at all until the
No.
day we moved in when I actually first
So-
met him.
The reason I didn't speak, we had a group chat. There was 6 of us. I didn't say a fucking word in that group chat till we moved in. Mainly because right before I moved to university, I was working over the summer at an accounting company. So I was working 9 to 5. So I just didn't check my phone at all for the whole summer.
right.
So I saw it had been added to the group chat. I never read it or anything. And I just never read it. So obviously Sean was active and talking because that's just the kind of person Sean is. We had 3 other housemates, but they're not really important to the story, so we're not going to talk about them.
Nah. If you're listening to this right now, sorry, but you're all douches.
No, they're not douches. It's just that they're not.
Wait, is this the guy that I met?
Yeah, you met a few of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
So
a name drop, but yeah, you know.
yeah.
Yeah, and I know who you are too, you fuck, and I know what you did.
So yeah, we move in. It's moving day. Everyone's moving in. Everyone's super excited. Everyone's parents are there. Significant others, if you've got them. Crying, tears, emotions, joy, freedom. It's all kicking off. I'm unpacking my shopping, and I look over at the like our kitchen was also our living room, and it had like big, would you call them like patio doors, like two
it's like
big
a sort of
double glass
patio
doors,
door.
and
Yeah.
these were wide open because it was a nice sunny day. And standing there is this 6 foot tall, long-haired behemoth, and he just says, "Sup, fuckers," and I'm like, "There's Gino."
Wait, is that what he opened up with?
Yep.
Pretty
said-
sure, yep.
he
Walked
said,
in the
"Sup,
house
fuckers."
He said,
with a
"Sup,
with a
fuckers."
box of,
Sup, fuckers.
I'm your new roommate.
a box of kitchen utensils in my hand,
Yep.
walking. Sup, fuckers.
His mum
No
right behind
way.
him walks in, "Sup, fuckers," and then he,
Wait,
Wait, you looked at
wait,
his
wait.
mum?
yeah,
You said his mom walked in right behind?
yeah. Hey,
the
come
fuck up.
So, you know, he's-
Franco's mom, if you listen to this, we apologize.
he's
You're-
there, you know, me and Sean are in the kitchen, we shake
We
hands,
love
we
you.
exchange pleasantries, we're like, "Oh yeah, what room you in? Okay, cool." And I think this was a big factor onto how well me and Gino got on. Our rooms were just next to each other, like up the stairs, less than a foot away from my door.
You can hear each other far. That's how
Yeah.
close you were.
Yeah.
Literally, it was insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you want to carry on the story?
Well, yeah, it was a sort of case as well, like, myself personally, like, I'll happily admit to this, my first week at university was hell. Like, I had the worst homesickness, the worst anxiety, everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That would be
All hit.
rough, man.
Like,
That sucks,
like
bro.
the whole time leading up to it, I was like, yeah, can't wait to move out, can't wait for this, everything's gonna be great, university's gonna be a fresh start, time of my life. Moving day, I was pale white, I was shaking, I was a mess. And because of that, like the first week, I constantly
stayed
had
in
my
his
door
room.
propped open.
Wait,
Yeah.
Franco.
Yeah. hmm
Not to cut you off, but I just wanted to like make a point. I think
Yeah.
that's something else. Like, just the four of us. I think that's another reason why we ended up like being just so cool with each other was because we all can relate to the mental health.
Everything,
struggle.
yeah, everything that one of
You
us
know,
has
yeah.
gone through, the others can relate to in some similar
Oh,
fashion.
very much.
Yeah.
And it's
Which
not
is
a-
funny.
it's not a,
because
like
I found
a
that out
joke.
on the trip.
It's not
Yeah.
a joke to us. It's not like we know when one another's like down. It's like, okay, we gotta go that extra mile to make sure we pick our friend up. It's not like
Yeah,
one of those where
100%.
he's being a
Mhm.
bitch or, you know.
Yeah.
I think that just the seriousness that we all take with mental health is a big reason of why we're so close. But
Mhm.
That was
Yeah,
the one
facts.
thing where like jokes would stop and it would be like, look, this person needs the help right now. So
Mhm.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
chill out, stop with the banter. Although we knew it was banter, that was the time when it was.
It just
like,
doesn't
'Cause
help in
They
you
go
need
into
some
something,
fucking
they-
tough
yeah.
skin to hang around these fucking parts.
Yeah.
Dog. No cap.
Yeah.
Like, you need some
Yeah.
tough ass skin, and
Yeah.
not everybody could take it. So
Facts.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
first week, if I was in my room, unless I was sleeping, the door was propped open so that I had like a constant like stream to the outside world, essentially, the way I saw it. And because of that, I feel like Kian noticed that, so he kept his door open a lot.
Yeah,
it'd be
so
like either one
was-
of us walked out, we'd see the other person, and it would just be like, even if it's just a hello, how you doing? From day one, there was every time we saw each other, there was a stream of communication
Mhm.
to like make
Like
sure the other person
daily.
was feeling okay and stuff like that.
Yeah.
it was like daily communication. It was, you know, always checking up on each other. I think there was one, I think it was in the first week. We were all 6 of us were sitting downstairs and we were watching TV, and like the other 4 go upstairs, the other 4 go away. And me and Gino are just sitting watching TV. And I
It
was
sounds like a porno.
and I was like, hey, how you finding university? And he was like, kind of homesick, man. And I was like, yeah, no, it's kind of shit. And I think with university, with moving away, it's the fact that you usually 9 times out of 10 you come from a very full, very busy household, and you move out on your own. Well, not on your own, but you move into a place, and it feels like isolation, like you're in solitude because you have nothing, you don't have a safety net anymore. But I think that was what me and Gino bonded so quickly over, is the fact that we were like, okay, this is a shitty situation for both of us. Let's help each other out, make a safety net for each other, and just kind of, you know, be there for each other when the other one's feeling kind of shitty.
Mhm.
So that's why
Mhm.
that's where it kind of segues perfectly into how we met Moto. Was we'd play games a lot together, and this was 2017 and 2018, so Fortnite had just came out. And everyone-
we like Fortnite.
Everyone was on the Fortnite grind, and no one could build because we were all dog shit.
Fucking bro, I still
Um,
can't. I hate. Fucking
Yeah,
building
so we
Fortnite.
were all, fairly new to the game, And I don't know who wants to take this part of the story. Do you want to take it?
I'll
Yeah,
grab this.
so
one by the
basically,
fucking feet.
What happened was one day, Gino comes to my room. He's like, "Hey, you want to play some Fortnite?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm down." He's like, "Cool, because we need a fourth." He's like, "By the way, my buddy's streaming, so don't say anything weird." I was like, "Okay, cool." And I get into a call. This is the first time I meet Moto, by the way, and I get into a call, and this happens. Take it away, Moto.
What happens?
Oh, right, okay. I forgot you had such shit. No, like not specific, just how the first time we played together was.
Oh, right. Okay, my bad. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna cut that bit out. I was like, wait, did you say the N-word or something? What's going on?
No. Just like, how well we.
Okay, so I remember. So obviously, yeah, we're playing Fortnite. Just so like, because obviously this is like 5-6 years in advance. By this time, obviously we all got older. So we all had jobs and school and stuff. So we all obviously kept in touch pretty much every day, apart from Franco. I got really busy with college and stuff, and Franco got busy with uni. So we didn't talk much, but then we kind of, I guess, rekindled, if you will.
Armor free, wasn't it?
We all have that.
Yeah, we played Armor Free.
We all have that relationship. We can drop whatever and pick back up.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly.
And sometimes,
like, obviously,
6 months, whatever it's been.
Yeah, sometimes it's just segments when you get friendships like that where out of nowhere, nothing will spark it, just everything rekindles again. It's exactly like when you were kids, and it's just like non-stop playing games again.
I mean, we were getting older too, so like obviously, our work became priority and stuff, so we didn't have much time to play. So I had recently, got back in contact with Franco. Although, me and Franco still kept contact now and again. It wasn't as much, obviously, as back in the day. So, like, me and Franco had begun, like, pretty much talking every day again for the past, like, 3 or 4 months before this. And, Fortnite was a thing. And I was streaming at the time. And we needed another person to run some squads. And he said my flatmate, Kian, he plays, like, he'll jump on and... we'll play for a bit. So I go, yeah, that's fine. Just let them know I'm streaming and stuff, and we're chilling. And like, as soon as Kian joined, like I heard his voice, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. Like, I just knew. Like, I just like, he just the way he was. Like, I just fucked with it. And then for the next like, God knows, like hours, it was just nothing but laughs. It was like.
I remember that day exactly. We started at 11:30 in the morning, and we didn't come off until like barely 1 a.m. We were going
it was
for
like
a while.
a sweaty sesh, and like it was like it wasn't even like I didn't know you. Like we were just cracking jokes. Like
genuinely,
all the time.
it's the first time we'd ever spoken, and it was publicly streamed, and you genuinely, after like 40 minutes, you genuinely think we've been friends for ages. Like it was insane.
Like you were just throwing like banter back and forth, and we were just having a good time. And then obviously that became more and more like over the days past, we played more Fortnite and stuff together. And then Kian, that Kian on Facebook and stuff, and we would talk, and we just became friends from there. And like, I remember one day, because obviously they all lived in a flat together, and all of them are gamers. So like, it would be like, I mean, at one point I ended up in a flat group chat of all the flat guys to play Fortnite. Like, it was just to play Fortnite. But I slowly started like learning who everybody was that lived with them and stuff. And then one day I woke up and we were playing, and then we jokingly, like, it was a complete joke.
A passing
like,
comment.
Yeah, like it wasn't it wasn't like it was about to happen. Yeah. Like, it was just a complete and utter joke. And I was like, oh, like it'd be dope if I could just like no, I think I said I wonder how long the train would be from here to you guys.
Yeah, so it
then we just by curiosity checked.
We were in a call. This is like, one of those late night calls you have. And we were in a call and we were all talking about were we not?
No. Oh yeah, no.
This is like
it was in the morning.
No, this is the lead up to this. This is like a couple of days before.
Okay.
So
yeah.
we're all in the call and we're like, hey, where's everyone from? And we all say our hometowns and stuff. And I say my hometown. I'm like, yeah, it's here. It's near this, and this. And Moto just goes, wait, hold up. Are you serious? And I was like, yeah, why? And he's like, yo, check your maps. And then he sends me a screenshot, and he's like, I'm here, you're there. This is like an hour drive, like half an hour drive. And I was like, yo, no fucking way.
Like we lived close as shit.
We
like,
lived so
and never
like
even knew.
if
Literally a bus journey away.
genuinely I can and
Half an hour on
have
the bus.
multiple. We both have got buses to each other. Like it was so close.
Like we live out of all these friends I have, like I was
What are the
sat with
chances?
Franco and Kian. Kian is literally half an hour, not like 24 hours by plane. No, half an hour
That's
away
the
from my
thing
house.
and this is like tying back to the whole we just clicked instantly. I've probably out of all three of you, I've probably seen Moto the most. Like, you know, out of you two rather, I've seen him the most. Like it's because it's just so accessible. Because obviously where Gino lives, it's not very viable because it's a full day of travel, and obviously for Zach it's like continental, so it's different.
Yeah,
it's a little bit harder.
It's not just an Uber away.
Yeah.
What? I did fucking do it still.
Yeah, he did it. He fucking did it. But
And we'll get onto that soon.
So we were talking and we were like, oh yeah, cool. And I was like, yeah, we'll have to. Oh, I think you brought it up saying, yeah, we'll have to meet up sometime. It'll be sick. And I was like, yeah, summer holidays is like a month or two away. This is right around the corner. It's cool. So a couple days pass, and it was summertime. It was I think around May, and me and Gino were sitting outside. We'd finished all our university stuff for first year. We were done. We were sitting outside 11 o'clock in the morning with 2 kegs of cider, sun shining down on us, just drinking.
Leather couch out on the front
leather sofa out on
bit.
like on the front area.
Skin bacon to a leather couch.
and we sent, I think it was a Snapchat or something to Moto, and we were like, hey, come join us, there's a spare seat. And he was like, haha, yeah, I wish, man. And it got out. It got so out of control.
It got out of hand so fast because I was like, I remember sending these Snapchat back and I wonder how far it would be. And then like 2 minutes later, it was like, it's gonna cost you this much.
Honestly,
That's doable.
he was like,
I went in on that fucking research straight up.
He gave a slight notion that he was interested in traveling. He was like, oh yeah, I wonder how far and how much it would cost. And immediately, Gino just sends him a screenshot back like, this is how much the train tickets are. You can get a bus from here to here, then get a train, and then we'll meet you at the station.
I was so skeptical because like, obviously back to the whole mental health thing, like I have my own things I deal with. So like, I'm really bad with traveling or going to places I don't know. Like I get really anxious. And I remember like,
you had some...
You spoke about it.
Yeah, you had some commitments going on at home as well.
I've got a backpack. Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, but next thing I know,
was it the same day?
It was the same day.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I left the same day.
We called him.
I was like,
we called him. And we were like,
I don't know.
We were like, if you get a bus, in the next hour to this station, you can be here by like 5 o'clock tonight. And he was like, fuck. All right.
I was like, I remember because I was sitting there and like you said, with my own commitments, like I wasn't sure what to do and I didn't really want to travel that way. And like I've traveled, like I traveled when I was like 16 on my own to fly to Finland from Edinburgh. But obviously as I got older, I don't know what it is, but my anxiety's got worse and worse. So I was like, bro, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if I want to be so far away because I'm still like 6-7 hours away from my home.
And I was like, it's okay. Like, I take this route to get home multiple times. Just call me. I'll walk you through everything when you get to the stations and stuff. And he was like, all right, fuck it.
Yeah, and I remember packed my bag. I put my fucking keyboard in my bag to play Fortnite.
Yeah, we literally we were like, yo, yeah, we can do something. I think one of us mentioned being
Those
like, yeah,
the maddest setups ever.
we were like, yo, yeah, we can get you on a PS4. Just bring a keyboard, and obviously it didn't work. It just wasn't gonna. I think it ended up running that I used.
You ended up on a Switch.
I ended up on my PS4 because Fortnite wasn't out on the Switch yet.
Oh,
I ended up on my PS4 sitting next to you while you were on my computer using your keyboard because mine was too small for you.
Bro, remember the size of that fucking thing?
There's a picture on screen, if you can find it. There's a picture on screen now, but it was the beefiest fucking keyboard.
Dude, it had handles.
It had handles. It looked like a small. It looked like a violin case, bro. It was so fucking big.
Bro, it was meaty. It was fucking beefy keyboard.
So you know, 5 or 6 hours later, Moto rocks up, and him and Gino, I wish I was filming, but him and Gino had like a very emotional meetup. because obviously they'd been friends for so
This is the
long.
first time we met.
This
yeah,
is the
it's
first
we
time
met.
they met.
And these fucking fucks start sending me Snapchats on that work fucking
I forgot about that.
Because like this is the first time that they're ever meeting, so that's like a big deal. Because I thought that we would do it together. Honestly, I always thought that we would all go in together. All of a sudden, I'm at work and I start getting Snapchats. They named the fly after me, and they brought the fly with them.
I've still
to
got a
all these
picture of
different
that.
activities and sent pictures of like, oh, hanging out with Zach, and they're holding a fucking fly in their hand.
Bro,
I forgot about that.
Dude, that was fun. I remember I sent the Snapchat to you of me and Franco in the train station, and I was like, we sent it, and we looked at each other, we were like, he's gonna be fucking pissed.
I remember-
Genuinely, I
don't think
wasn't
you
mad
replied to
that
the
you
message
guys
at
met.
first.
I wasn't mad that you guys met. I was upset that like I couldn't be there. Like I was happy that you guys met.
Yeah.
But like the fact that it wasn't with me, like I was like, fuck, I feel left out. I was like, damn.
But then again, I suppose like the first time I met you, Franco wasn't there either. Like I met you in the airport. You met my brother before Franco did.
Yeah.
But like these stories regarding like the trip I had over to see Kian and the trip of Zach here being over here in Scotland and Franco coming up, like we'll discuss another podcast. That's that in itself. These stories, like just to give you a little teaser, like when I went to
I got him
Kian and
so
Franco's
so
place,
sick.
Kian almost killed me. Literally almost killed me.
You got very badly injured at a water park.
Yeah. Fucking. I spoke to a few girls. Might have got a few numbers.
Oh yeah.
fucking escape room.
We have a full the escape room. What else? Like just and also just like us bonding. Like that's a full
I had
episode.
to sleep in a room next to Franco when he had a fucking minging ass toe. Like his toe was all kinds of fucked up. Dude, I remember waking up, right? And Franco's toe was poking out his bed sheets. And it was like, do you know when you're at a friend's house and you wake up before them and you're just kind of laying there like, right, I guess I just need to wait. Like, and then like I remember like I popped my head up over the covers and all I see is his fucking gangrene toe like staring at me. And I'm just like, I am 6 hours away from my house. In a university dorm room full of guys, and I'm staring at this toe that's looking back. I'm pretty sure she winked at me.
Yeah,
I don't know what. I'm thirsty. Don't want to get up. Don't want to get a drink. I need to shit. Don't want to wake anybody up. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? What am I doing right now, bro? Bro, I was like, why am I here? And then with Zach, oh god, there were so many good stories to tell you about. We got so drunk, bro. Oh my god.
Do we want to do both of those meetups in the same podcast? Because I think that will equate to like a regular episode.
Podcast.
Yeah.
No, we can talk about because honestly, those meetups were fantastic, and I think I really hope in the future that we can all meet.
I think the whole I'd love to all of us meet because we've all met. I mean, aside from me and Zach haven't met, but we've all met in some capacity. Oh shit!
Yeah.
We should probably talk about how I met Zach because we haven't.
Shit!
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, fuck. All right, yo, yeah. Take it away.
I think it's super straightforward. I think we were. Was it? How long ago was it?
When was the first time you met?
Oh, I remember.
I'm pretty sure it was another Fortnite one, wasn't it?
No.
Playing Fortnite.
Oh no! I remember exactly when it was. So.
Oh god.
Oh god.
I don't know the date, but I know exactly when it was. So there was a couple different times where I'd heard Zach in passing, like he called Moto or something, or he'd send someone a Snapchat, and it would always be like, oh yeah, this is Zach, we've got to get you on games together, and I was like, yeah, that sounds cool. So the first time I met Zach, I was playing Minecraft with Moto, and we were on, I think it was just like a server that we had for a bunch of friends.
I remember this.
And basically, me and Moto were dicking around on. I'm not gonna lie. We fucked around with TNT because it was a modded server, so we fucked around with some TNT. We blew a massive hole in a lake, and one of the houses that was a part of the collateral of that was Zach's. So Moto and I had the insane idea that what we would do is we'd cover it up by pretending a meteor hit. And had destroyed, and we had, and had destroyed like a big area. So we were like, oh yeah.
We convinced Zach that actually happened too, because it was on the mod packs.
So Zach joins the call. I'm guessing Mo was probably streaming. And, you know, we're like, oh, yeah, this happened. And he's like, no way. And we're like, yeah, we're so sorry it happened. We, you know, tried to shoot it down and stuff, and it didn't work, but it just hit here. And he was like, oh, fuck, man.
It just hit here. Yeah, there was a meteor shower, and the only one that hit was your house.
And we were like, oh, we're so sorry, man. We'll help you rebuild. We'll get you whatever materials you need. And yeah, so we kind of like chilled and had a little laugh on Minecraft. And then the same night, we wrap up the stream, and we go to probably one of my favorite games simply because of how much I've bonded with these guys over it. We went and played The Forest.
Oh my god.
We went and played The Forest. To put context on how old this was, I don't know if you have any clips of it, but Moto was like skinhead. He was shaved.
I was bald as fuck.
He was bald, and basically it was me, Moto. I think Gino, you dipped in and out occasionally. I think to play.
It was just it was literally me,
never
you,
really
and
massively
Zach.
into
Yeah,
Forest.
it was me.
I played a little bit.
It was us three, occasionally Gino and our other friend Sandy who came in. And he came in and out, and it was us five had a world, and yeah, we just had so much fun, like playing The Forest together. We sank so many hours into that game.
They wouldn't tell me anything because it was like the first time I got a PC. So they would be like, they'd wait for it to get nighttime, and they'd be like, "Yo, Zach, go into the woods and cut down some trees."
Yeah, we're like, "Hey, Zach, can you
go in there?" And all of a sudden out here like,
we wouldn't. We'd let him like during the day. We'd let him like move, you know, explore and fish and stuff, and then we'd be like, "All right, come back to camp." And he'd come back to camp, and we'd be doing stuff. We'd be like, oh yeah, we're just going to use all this wood to build like a pier or something so we could put a house up. And he's like, all right, cool. He's like, what do you need me to do? We're like, well, we might run out of wood, so can you go get us some more? He's like, yeah, cool. And the next thing you hear just all of a sudden is, oh, fuck! And it's just like a bunch of like, he's just running on the hills, and there's like 15 guys with head torches chasing him. And just a bunch of naked people chasing him around the fields.
Remember the women with their titties and they're like, ah!
Oh,
and
that game,
fucking chase you,
that
bro.
game pushed the boundaries of Twitch's TOS. I swear to God,
bro. Not even that. That game in VR is like
we played it a few times in VR.
Experience ever, basically, yeah.
We
bro,
played
as soon as I seen those fucking undead titties, bro, I was like,
well, see,
this £500 purchase was worth it.
We played a few times in VR, and we were like, yeah, this is cool. But the thing is, I don't know what it was about the game, but within like an hour and a half of playing, one of us would get motion sick and just be like, I have to go off. This is making me ill.
Mainly Kian. Mainly Kian.
Mainly me, because bearing in mind this was like when I think it was like 2 or 3 months after I just got my VR headset, which we can talk about that if you want. You want to talk about the VR headset? Yeah, we obviously all played together a lot, and Moto and I played, I'd say considerably compared to all of us. I think Moto and I played a lot when we first met. We do play a lot, but like we just had more available time because obviously Zach was different time zone, and Gino had a full-time, well, not a full-time, but he had a weekend job. So whenever we'd be free to play, he'd never be around. So it'd just be like, hey Moto, you want to play? No one else is around. And he'd be like, yeah, sure. So that meant that, you know, and because Moto was streaming quite frequently, it meant that I was usually a guest or, you know, featured in the streams quite a lot that he'd do. And I don't know how we got onto talking about it, but I was like, hey, it would be pretty sick if someone made you like a best of video, like of your Twitch clips. And by this point, I had no editing experience. I was just like, no, actually, I want to say I started. So I edited.
You were already editing at this point.
Yeah. So at this point, I was like editing for a YouTuber. I edited for him for just under a year.
That will not be named.
Yeah. So I edited for this YouTube for just under a year, and around about when I was starting, I said no, I think it's about the first 3 or 4 months in. I said to Moto, hey, you know, it would be pretty cool if you had some best ofs to put on YouTube, because that's obviously, you know, business-wise, that's another place to draw an audience from, you know, growth and such. And he was like, yeah, that'd be cool. I don't have anyone to do that. And I was like, I could. And I sent him over, like, I took a bunch of clips from that month that he had on his Twitch channel. I threw them together and I was like, hey, what do you think of this? And he was like, holy fuck, yes. So basically we started making monthly bi-month. Basically, we just started making best of videos. So he'd stream a lot, and I'd take the clips from the streams, and I'd make, I don't know, how long were they usually? Like 3 to 15-minute videos, depending on how good the month was. And
they
Oh,
were
I think
actually
the minimum
extremely
was,
solid videos. Like I could
Yeah.
sit down and watch one and actually laugh
Mhm.
and not like lose my attention. So
And I
they
mean-
were very well put together.
yeah, and thank you. That's nice to say. And I think last was it the end of this year? I put together basically all the videos I'd done, and how long was the video at the end? Like an hour and 40 minutes or something like that. So done.
Yeah, it was long.
It was super long. You know, there's just links to it somewhere. It's on Moto's channel. But people usually, I mean, no one's asked me, but people are usually wondering, what's it like to edit or what's it like to work with someone who's your friend? And it's good, I'd say, because it opens a string of communication, because you can speak candidly to them. You don't have to worry about pissing them off or upsetting them, because you're just like, no, this is how it is. You know, I don't think this should be.
As well, in your situation, which I won't bring up too much, but
Mhm.
I had certain opinions on
Yeah.
certain things that were going on with your work regarding your editing and stuff, and I very much valued like the way you edited videos and the time you took, because obviously I was there firsthand, like watching you edit these videos, you know. So like I'll be in a call with you while you're editing, and you'd spend hours editing a video. And I remember sitting there being like, you know, that kind of time should be rewarded well. And I remember saying to you, like, I would genuinely, like, even just as a friend, because I appreciate what you do, I would pay you well for what you do, because it is, you know, it's still, you're taking a lot of hours out of your time, out of your day to do something for me, you know. Which is going onto my YouTube, which is gaining more traction towards my stream because of your time to edit. So I remember I told you, like, you know, I'll give you this disclosed amount of money per video, and then we'll put it out this and then. And I remember, like, you were like, yeah, man, like, I'm down for that, like, I'm chill for that. And then I remember, because at that point I was there's a game called VR Chat, and I was very much a VR Chat streamer at the time, and I was kind of seeing a rise in viewership and stuff like that while I was playing.
Making
and I was really,
fucking bank.
I was really enjoying it.
Mainly from one person.
let's just say that, you
I,
know, he was sitting comfortably, we'll say.
Yeah, like, and like it was a good time. And I remember I had a load of friends, obviously, that I met through VR, and friends I knew anyway that had VR. But Kian never had, or never, like, I don't think experienced VR at the time.
I'd never experienced VR. I was like, yo, it would be so sick. And the thing is, because he was streaming VR Chat so much, and it had gone from us playing Fortnite every stream to me being physically unable to join the streams because I'd have to sit on the desktop mode. And if you've ever played VR Chat in desktop mode, it's stinky bad. So
Awful.
Just
Yeah,
don't
it's
use it.
rough. It's rough.
So I was like, you know, I didn't say it to him, but it was obviously there was a shift in how much I was around in streams. So it's like I just wasn't there.
Yeah, because I would be in VR a lot, because I was pretty much mainly at that point just a VR streamer. Like, I'd only be playing VR games.
We're talking like you were streaming pretty much daily, and you were streaming like 6 or 7 hours. So by the time you got off, you were too exhausted and too drained. You were like, I'm just gonna eat and go to bed. So it was unless you didn't stream, there was no time that we played games together. I'd just
pretty much.
I mean, like, it's not like we didn't talk, because I was obviously in the chat majority of the time.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah. And then, like, every week you'd message me and be like, yo, video's out, and then both I'd send you the cash for the video and it'd be sorted. But then I remember one day, because I had this plan already, that I was gonna get Kian a VR headset. And I hadn't told him about it or anything like that. I remember I was like, okay, so what I'll do is I'll because obviously VR headsets are not cheap. I was like, this will be this set amount of videos, or like this long period of videos. So he'll pretty much pay this headset for himself, really, over all these videos he's doing. And I remember we were in the call. I was like, I was talking to him, and I was like, yo, it'd be so good if you had VR, man. Like, it'd be, you know, see you on streams, and like, just to fuck around in VR chat. I was like, yeah, that'd be sick. I remember turning on the screen and it had said, you have successfully purchased the Oculus Rift.
And it had my address on it, and I was like, what?
And it had his name and his address on it, and he was just like, what? I was like, it's yours, man. It's gonna be in there. It's gonna be there next week. And he was just like, nah, no. I was like, yeah, man. Like, you know, I appreciate the things you've done in that, and you can pretty much just work this off for editing. And even if he didn't, I didn't really care. It wasn't so much like I wanted the money back. It was just more of like, I want to give you this because you're a good friend. Like, I appreciate like the time we spent together type deal. So I was just like, fuck it. And then I remember he started tearing up, and I was like, nah, no, don't do it.
Yeah.
And then he's got his VR.
Because to put some perspective to it, it was like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning, and I check my phone and I have a message from him, and it's like, hey, we need to talk ASAP. And I'm like, oh fuck, was something wrong with the edit I put out like a couple days ago? What was the video fucked? What was it? I was like, you know, stressed. And I get into a call with him, and he's like, you know, dead serious, you know, straight face. He's like, hey, so I've been thinking, and you know, these VR videos are good and everything, but they're missing something, you know. I'm like, yeah. And you know, he's like, yeah, it'd be sick if you could have VR, because you know, they'd be really funny with you. And I'm like, yeah, cool. Screen flicks on. What? Yeah, it's for you, man. Fuck. You're joking. Fuck. And you know, it was surreal. It was insane. And I to this day, to this day, I don't know if I've paid it off. I actually lost count.
I don't even fucking care at this point.
Nah.
Like, if you haven't, I fucking really don't care.
So basically, what I'm saying is, guys,
again, yeah?
what I'm saying is just befriend VDSmoto, and you can scamaz him out of a free VR headset.
It's funny. It's funny you say that, because Franco, he still hasn't received his, but it's I think it lost in transit somewhere.
No, you did just buy him Animal Crossing.
I did,
but
wow,
I'm paying that back.
Yeah, he is paying me back.
I'm
So
not sure about the VR when it arrives though.
That's pretty much, yeah. I think we're gonna end it there for today.
Oh wait, no, we have one more thing to talk about actually.
Oh, fuck the fucking podcast name. I'm such a twat. Wait,
You almost
timestamp.
Timestamp. It was 1:06. It was just 1 hour and 6 minutes.
Okay. So podcast name.
Yeah.
Podcast name.
So before we wrap up, we have one more thing we want to talk about, which is, what do we call this?
Well, okay, so this is difficult, okay? Because the vibe we're going for is just relaxed, chilled. Just a couple of best friends.
It's just a couple of
talking about
friends having
experiences
fun.
and stuff. So yeah, it's a chilled atmosphere, some lo-fi music, chilled animations, just relax. So we need a name that is feng shui.
Okay,
you know?
hear me out.
Relax.
Hear me
All right,
out.
Okay. All right.
Go for it.
All right.
Okay, so this could be either really good or really bad. I'm enjoying, like, in my head it sounds good, but you know how you could say things and it just doesn't turn out as good.
Before you say,
You're
how much
building
have you smoked today?
anticipation.
How
No.
much have you smoked?
Okay, so because how like our friendship grew and how we're starting this new podcast, I'm looking at this as like almost like a flower situation. So bloom. Like the podcast, we're gonna bloom the podcast into a beautiful flower.
Exactly. I think you should stop smoking the devil's lettuce.
You are so fucking high.
I tried.
Bro, this guy's like, we're a florist company. We'll sell you flowers. We're called Bloom.
How are we supposed to market off Bloom?
You know what? Fuck you guys.
Bro, I was like, you presented that like you're about to like hit us with some.
You're about to
real
drop
shit.
the next fucking apple.
And then yeah.
And
And
you
then
just
this
went,
man's like, are you ready? Are you ready?
Bloom.
I want to be a tulip.
Called fucking the Twinkle Toe podcast.
All right, continue.
You'll have to think again. Let's. Right. So here's the thing.
Okay.
The idea, right before we start podcast, the idea of the S&M podcast or the Say No More podcast was thrown around. Now, here is my only concern with that. So, a little bit of context. These three boys were in a clan S&M. They still kind of are.
Me and Zach.
Yeah. The founders, obviously. But the only issue is I'm not really in that clan. I wasn't there, and if I am in it, I haven't been in it long enough.
S&M +1.
S&M and Kian.
Instead of say no more,
plus
instead of
one.
say no more, say some more because the podcast that we're talking
SSM.
about, the SSM podcast.
You say, are you trying to piss off people with a list?
You're setting up Franco for failure. 3 S.
Setting myself up.
No, listen. Okay, so the issue we have with S&M, and this is like the rough thing we've had on fucking 360 is
For 8 years.
S&M, sex and magic, and
Yep.
S&M, whips and chains.
And I'm not a
like,
magician.
I can't pull whips out of my butthole. Listen, we need something unique.
We need something new.
Something. Yeah, not like generic. Not like the late night podcast with your boys. No. We need something creative.
Like the scuffed cast.
So,
Ooh.
nah, that's not chilled though.
But we're scuffed.
We are
This
scuffed.
podcast is
that was
fucking
gonna be a
scuffed.
mess, let's be real.
But the
They're gonna be a
Scuff
shit
I've already,
show.
But the thing is, I've already been part of a podcast called the Scuffcast.
Oh, then fuck it off then. What about the? Oh wait, no, this isn't a Twitch thing. Never mind.
No, hell no.
I was gonna say the podcast, but no.
That's what I think about your idea. We need
I
something.
feel like
that
we're
just-
not going to come to an agreement tonight on this.
Oh, no,
wait, get in the bin. Yes,
Well,
we are.
no, we will get.
Think.
We're not ending this. We're not ending this session until we fucking come up with an idea.
Yeah, and then we can edit it and put the.
And that, yeah. So all that. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm leaving in you fucking talking nothing but waffle there, Zach. I'm staying in.
Bloom. You fucking. Also,
The idea that he's going down is just a bit whack.
1 hour 10 minutes is where we need to cut.
I like the
Right.
idea, but it was whack.
Yeah. let's go on.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. We could go down the route
Just
of.
4 guys.
No. The thing is.
No, that's not the name. That's not the name. I'm thinking of the 4 guys, 4 best friends. How about 4 guys chilling in the hot tub because they're not gay podcast?
That's such a long title.
Make it an.
But we can like
break it down to
PP.
acronyms.
I have.
Yeah, what's the
I have.
acronyms?
That would be PZGK.
What? Are you
Our names.
crack?
That's the first letter of
Oh.
all of our names.
Oh, I was thinking about the acronyms of 4 guys chilling in the hot tub.
No,
'cause
I was
they're not
thinking.
gay.
I was thinking the acronyms of our names. PZGK. But the thing is, I've had something on the screen.
Generic.
I've had something on the screen this
Okay.
whole time while we've been recording the podcast, and you guys can see screenshots of it. And I think that'd be a pretty funny name.
What?
It's just podcast with a question mark. It's like podcast.
Yo.
But you just gotta say it with a question mark.
Yeah, so you're like, welcome back to podcast, I guess.
Podcast?
Yeah, welcome back to
I
podcast.
guess?
Welcome back to podcast? Question mark.
No, you gotta say no. You gotta just do it in like a questioning.
Podcast?
You gotta say podcast.
Welcome
Like,
back to
yeah.
podcast. April 09, 2020.
Say it right, you autistic
21,
fuck.
1607. Oh shit. Okay,
Cut that out.
sorry.
Yeah. 11317.
Podcast?
Podcast?
Like,
Yeah,
hey
I'm
guys,
cool with
welcome
that.
back to podcast.
I mean, yeah, I don't mind it.
That's I literally said not generic. The most generic name for podcast would be podcast.
Is it
Yeah,
or
but
is
it's
it
just
so?
generic that it's not
Bruv,
generic.
Yeah.
We're like, yo, what's your podcast name?
Podcast? Yeah, just podcast.
Dude, I kind of like it, you know. It's kind of
Yeah.
weird.
See?
Podcast?
It's so
I mean,
generic
for us
that
as
it's
well,
not
just-
generic.
Yeah. I feel like it just fits for
Mhm.
how just.
Yo, off topic. Somebody just put in a COVID frontline support group. Does anyone know if Asda's is letting NHS staff queue up? And then Andrea commented, yes, they are. Just show your vag at the door and they'll let Right,
Kinda
let's
wild.
let's fucking wrap this up. Okay,
Right.
so
Let's wrap it up.
for now we can do podcast. But we have to think
Placeholder
of a
title
name.
until we think of something better.
Yeah.
if we
We'll
ever
keep
do.
dicking around with
like-
it. We'll keep it there.
Yeah, because like the name podcast is like, oh my god, like
Podcast?
no,
Funny
we
to
need
say,
something.
though.
I like it, but it's.
Can you get the fuck away from the mic?
Being close to the mic isn't gonna make me any more okay with the name.
Podcast?
Okay, so
Podcast?
we'll stick with podcast for now.
Uh-huh.
But we're gonna wrap it up here for today. I think next episode we'll start discussing the times we
Oh, the
we visited each
meetups.
other.
And we'll
Yeah,
also
the
we'll also talk about plans for meetups. You know what we want to do, and stuff like that. But
yeah.
we'll do that next episode.
Hell fucking yeah. I think the first episode's been a success. Talked a lot of waffle
Yeah.
about how I met 3 absolute weirdos.
Nipples.
That'll be the best time
I
of
don't
my
know.
life.
I don't know how long it's gonna be in the final cut, but it's currently an hour and 15 minutes we've been recording. So,
An hour
I
and
mean,
15. Sick.
yeah, well done and thank you if you listened this long. That's really cool.
Fucking hate everybody listening, and I hope
Oh
you all
my
fucking
God!
get beat up
Stop!
every fucking day.
Stop!
And we're gonna end it.
Yep. Thanks for coming.